Let's see. Alright, so I think it's time we get the old Warrior here put to bed. I've got a couple more things here I'm going to do real quick. Then we're going to fire up, adjust carburetor if need be after we see how she's running, and then we can get to work on Zippy. So what I'm going to do today is I got a new air filter here for it. Just went with an Uni, a new oil drain plug, as I showed you guys last time. The other one is all stripped out and I'm seeping oil. And speaking of oil, I got the little oil filter here. We're going to go ahead and change the oil in this bad boy. And that will pretty much do us until the rest of our fender pieces get here, which is pretty much going to do us till next spring. One other thing I got to do is also put some brake fluid in here and see if I can bleed these to see if this is still any good, because that's one thing I forgot to check was the front brakes. Now the guy said it just needs fluid and bled. He said a lot of things about this, so we'll just have to wait and see till we get to there. But let's go ahead and change the oil, get our air filter on, and then we'll worry about the brakes later, because we do have back brakes right now, so at least we can stop if need be. Besides, who needs brakes when you have great friends willing to help out? Go grab my oil pan. On second thought, I forgot to set my oil pan in, and she is full of water and ice. Huh. Well, that kind of puts a damper on things. Let's see if I can find something else to drain the oil in. Luckily, it only holds about between 2.5 3/4 of oil. So surely I have something around here I can put some oil in, so I can pour it back into the old jugs once it's filled. I just gotta find something. Found something! Now this bolt is completely stripped and covered in oil. Oh, let us hope that I can get a hold of it with a pair of vice grips. And let us also hope that this isn't all, the threads aren't just completely stripped out to nothing. Wow. This could be interesting. Oh my. This is going to be very interesting. And I think I'm going to have to unbolt this piece right here. This little engine guard, cross member, whatever you want to call her piece, so that I can actually get at this bolt a little better. Alright, let's see if we can get at that a little better now. Oh, I need a floor creeper. Oh, guys, this is going to be bad. What I might have to do is take a grinder and cut a groove in here that I can get a flat edge on. Like a straight screw and grind that off. I don't know. Ha! That'll do. Just use a little chisel. Alright, she's loose. I'm gonna get a glove off. Alright. At least my threads aren't stripped. I did have a little fear that these threads are going to be super stripped. They're not. It looks like it's seeping because I don't have the rubber washer seal around this. Yeah, you can see what kind of shape this oil's in. Wow, that is nasty. Oh, I'm gonna overflow. Oh no. Oh no. Making a mess. Should have cut that up a little higher. As you guys, as you can see, I made quite the mess here. And this oil was a very interesting color, as you can see there. So it definitely needed changed. The reason why I was seeping oil is because the O-ring was missing from my oil drain plug. Now this has this little filter here that sits on top like this. And the funny thing was, it was packed with like this fiberglass insulation or cloth or something. And that, from my climber manual, there is nothing supposed to be there. So I'm thinking they had shoved that inside the spring or around here to help keep that oil from seeping through without this O-ring. So again, quite the hack job. Hopefully I didn't go through my engine. But to be on the safe side, what I'm going to do is kind of do like a rinse with it, with some oil changes here. I'm going to run some 5W30 through. One, because it's cold. Two, because it's a little thinner. And I'm going to work that through. Hopefully any particles that may have collected will get gathered up. And then I will drain it again and put the correct 10W30 in. So I'm going to play it safe. Do it that way. And I got my new drain plug here that has the O-ring in it. So we'll swap this back in, change my filter, clean up my mess on the floor a little bit, and throw the air filter in. Makes me a little nervous, these old bolts, especially when they're Allens, especially when it deals with something like the fuel or like the oil filter. Oh, alright, nerves back to normal. Would not surprise me to open this up and have no oil filter in there. Hey, there is one in there. Wow, look at the sludge. Just look at that gunk in there. Oh, that is nasty, nasty, nasty. Clean all this out good and put her back together. Luckily this O-ring still looks to be in good shape, so it'll be good to go for that. Let's get our new filter in there. Just snug her up, give her a light hillbilly grunt. Call her good. Alright, so we got the oil filter changed. She's topped off with oil. Before I start this to run the oil through the system to check, make sure we have enough, I want to go ahead and change my air filter. I just got one of these Uni ones off of Amazon. Which everything I use, I'll leave a link in my description below for you guys. So let's go ahead and swap this in. We'll start it, check our oil level, and that'll pretty much wrap us up for this phase. I may try to do something here with this axle to get it tight enough I can go at least for a quick little jaunt around the woods. Well, let's take a look at her here. Oh, it does come with a new seal. Good. Right there for a second, it didn't have that because that's what I needed because this got shot. But it comes with a new one. I imagine this just comes off, this goes over top and you tighten it. That new piece goes on there maybe. I don't know, we'll see. Oh, let's see. Warning, failure to oil properly will result in serious engine damage. Are you kidding me? This does not come oiled. I thought this would have come oiled. She's dry as a bone and I gotta oil it. I'm gonna have to check and see if I have any oil. Woohoo! Found some. It's not the Uni brand, but it's what I have, so it's what I'm going to use. Flip her over. Work her in a little more here with a solid backing. Can get this a little more evened up. This stuff is sticky and it's tacky, so you definitely, again, want to wear gloves. Alright, there we go. Alright guys, moment of truth. Let's see, it's a little chilly in here yet. I got it about 50 degrees in here. I'm going to use a half choke. There's full. Maybe we better go full choke since it's been a while. Let's see. Too much, I want to check my oil, make sure the levels are good, and see if we can rig something up with this axle so we can go for a quick little jump. Little rip! Bam, bam! Try out a new grab bar. Beautiful. Now I think what part of the problem here is this is not the correct castle nut, it's just a regular nut. So it doesn't have the teeth for the pin to hold on to. And so this isn't staying super tight. Again, the splines on the axle are wore. But I do believe if this was the correct size nut, that might even been the reason why it's wore. Because this isn't the correct kind of castle nut. Well guys, as luck would have it, the castle nut off of the old front hub off of Zippy is just happens to be the same size. So since I found the other frame that has all this stuff, I can use these for spares. I just got myself a castle nut for this beast. Loving that Zippy frame find more and more. If there was ever a sign that doing these projects for your guys' entertainment on YouTube was something I was meant to do, well, the way things work out here at this stuff, I'll take that as a sign that I am. Also motivation to keep on going with it too. Alright, these pins are shot. My kid has a bunch of new pins. I'm going to use those. And since I have another one of those castle nuts from the other hub of Zippy, and the other side just has a regular nut, we might as well go ahead and grab that castle nut too and put it on the other side of the axle. Oh, look at that. She's toy, like a toy girl. Alright, I'm going to grab the other castle nut, throw it on the other side, on the other wheel, and I think it's about high time. Put a little air in the tires and go for a rip. Alright guys, well I was all set here. I grabbed my helmet, I was going to put my coveralls on, go for a little rip here once I got the carburetor adjusted. However, I ran into another little problem with this guy. When I was under here adjusting the carburetor, when I had it idling, I noticed I was losing oil. And I come to see that when it was running, it was seeping out here over, or seeping around the timing chain cover. No big deal. I would imagine by the indication of the rest of this guy, it's just missing the O-ring seal in there. And so it won't be that big of a deal. But snow is going to be flying here a lot more than what it has been. So we'll park it for now. And then come next spring, we'll get her back out, get these other little things that need done finished up. And we should be good to go. I know a lot of you guys are anxious for me to get back to work to Zippy, so I think it's time we get that other frame cleaned up, get it up in here, and start swapping some parts over. So that's what we're going to work on the next one. Well, possibly the next one, depending on what order I get all these edited and put up. Well, thanks for joining me as we finish up this first phase of the Warrior fix-up. Don't forget, we still got to come up with a project name for this guy, so make sure you leave your suggestions in the comments below. And until next time, keep on riding. Appalachian Mountain Riders is brought to you in part by the following. The Honda Side-by-Side Club, because who knows the machines better than the owners that use them every day. Walker Evans Racing. When the path requires more than just ordinary, head on over to walkerevansracing.com. Torque Locker from Torque Masters Industries. When you want to explore the unexplored, head on over to torquemasters.com. And by my gracious supporters on Patreon.